And you mentioned the curricula. And for artificial intelligence in specific, we need to be using it in a correct way. Not to be misusing it as we do maybe with social media. I'm from an older generation, and social media when
We're
it
almost
came
from
out,
the same generation.
Yes, but we
Facebook
misused
was
it.
fancy. We
Yes,
didn't have mobile
2006, 2007, that was the thing that we need. And we used it, I wouldn't say in the best way possible, social media and Instagram and Facebook, until now. How can we change this at school from a very early age so the students can know what to do when they are older?
It's what Dr. Mohammed Abdul-Latif said. Integrating it from a younger age. Because what he mentioned was, the man was clear about it. He said, no student would graduate from school without programming and coding literacy. Now, he did not give a time frame, because you cannot have a time frame for this. It would happen before, as I said, 5 years.
Yes.
International schools, if by God's grace, the system was adopted and reformed correctly to apply the standards required, yes, this would happen rapidly, because the curricula are already ready and already adopted for it, because this is how they're run all over the world, but not here. The national, again, which is the greatest sector of education, this is what would take time. It would take time. And as I said, I don't think we would feel the impact of it before the next 5 years.
But for the directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the Minister of Education, Dr. Mohammed Abdul-Latif, for every student to be learning programming, artificial intelligence and coding before graduating from high school, is it realistic that every student will be succeeding and every student will be interested in learning?
Why not, if this would be the only way?
Those curricula.
Let me be honest here.
Yes.
If I had a kid who made it to primary school and did not make it to a higher level, should I be stubborn in pushing this kid forward in this discipline or line of education? Or maybe he would do better somewhere else.
If he has other interests, he could be going somewhere else.
Let me tell you a personal story.
Yes.
My old man wanted me to be an engineer, a petroleum engineer just like himself. I didn't want it. I didn't like engineering. The concept of being an engineer itself was completely away from my ambitions. Never did I want to be an educator as well. It just happened 20 years ago. Now, I resisted him. And let me tell you, out of my personal experience, it was a living nightmare which I've lived for long years. He was forcing me through a certain line of education, and I was just refraining. It was brutal. It wasn't a pleasant, a pleasant experience at all. Why should people do the same mistake? Every child is gifted with something. Everyone's here for a purpose. We all know that. But the logic of apply it on everyone else but not my son, this is the problem.
But parents always think that they know better than their children.
No way. Then I'm sorry, excuse me, let me say it out bluntly. Why are you sending them to schools if you don't trust the schools? If you don't trust the Ministry of Education, if you don't trust the state directives, if you don't trust the educators, and if you thought that you are the one who knows better, then why don't you educate the child at home?
Maybe because it's not just about micro-learning, it's about micro-managing. I will manage my child.
Bingo.
I will manage him in terms of education.
Absolutely.
And I will get him to this job, and he will get this money, and he will succeed, and we'll have a marriage, and he will have kids. So it's the cycle of life.
Individuality is what we are missing here. Your child has the right to be an individual. Going home after a long day of school and forcing the child and asking him, what have you taken today? This itself, I don't want to say, but legally it's not a crime, but I personally consider it as a crime. I mean, This child must be independent. This child must learn how to be reliable.
At what age?
Such an early age. Believe me, at the age of 6, 7, 8. If the child is 10, grade 5, and not yet reliable, and still needs mommy or daddy to check behind them, have you done your assignments, have you done your homework or not? No, it is a catastrophe. Your child is going to grow up as an irreliable individual. And let me be honest, this is what we see today.
Even at college?
Yes.
20, 21, 22
Yes.
years of age.
Even at work. We have grown up, I don't want to speak about Gen X, but I've had them as teachers.
Yes.
You would have to chase them to do their work at many times. We have many of these characters who haven't learned how to be responsible.
Although
at
there's
an early
always this
age.
criticism for Gen Z, not the millennials.
Not the millennials. We've seen some tough days. We learned it the hard way, I guess.
Yes.
I'm not criticizing here. I'm stating a fact rather than criticizing. I mean, your child must learn how to be responsible. If this doesn't start with himself or herself, it would never start. He would never succeed to become a successful individual in the future. Nobody wants to expose a loser out to the world.
Yes.
Your child is much more valuable than this.